Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello everyone, magandang hapon. Welcome to NOLITC's Gender and Development Webinar. There are many different events that can make someone angry. Today, we shall learn how to examine our triggers and how to control reactions and respond in a socially appropriate manner. We are streaming live for YouTube and Facebook. NOLITC GAD Webinar Series started in 2020 at the onset of COVID-19 pandemic. It is another innovative project of NOLITC Tech4ED Center to promote gender equality and inclusion during this time of global health crisis. We are immensely happy that you took time off today, off your busy schedules to join us today. My name is Ms. Redon Lorente and I will be serving as your host. Kindly post your greetings in the comment section. Let us know where you are joining us from. We would love to know. Kindly share the link to this webinar as well to your friends, colleagues, and your family members so that all together we will learn. Let's begin this webinar with a prayer to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the Negros Hymn.
O labing makagagahom nga amay namon sa langit, mahinuklugon nga laon nga tagtugas ang langit, hangin, kalayo, tubig kag duta. Tanda ining imong timawa, kabay ining pag-ampo, magadulot sa amon sang kabuhi nga himaya. Salamat sa mga bugay nga imo ginpaambit sa amon. Salamat sa kabuhi nga ginadulot mo sa amon nga himpit. Salamat sa maayo nga panahon kag ilabi na gid sang imo katutom sa amon. Bendisyone ang imo katawhan. Bendisyone ang ila mga palangabuhian. Bendisyone ang mga panggas sa amon mga talamnan. Bendisyone ang ilang paglugayawan sa iban nga kapungsuran. Kabay makalabot sila nga walay sablag sa ila pagapadulungan. Kag ilabi na gid, bendisyone ining isla sang Negros nga amon natawhan. Kinahalad namon ang ining pag-ampo para sa imo kadayawan.
ang magiliw, kaya sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang inirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisihil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may hilag kang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kisap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdinigdig. Ang bituin at araw niyang kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhagit pansinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Sa kita kapamilya, pag-uligay, pag-igay, pag-ibong, madapat mag-ari sa aking na probinsya. Magotod na Negros sa isa katawungan, mapinalang gamo, sa bunga dampuan na isakripiso, sa kauswagan, sa sikatamo. Sa kasahan, sagot wala may mapiling sa kalulong, nananagos ka nagais na ako. Ang matutod na Negros sa akin, isa katawagan, mapinalang gamo, sa una dampuan na isang tigiso, sa kauswagan, sa sikatao. Ang matutod na Negros sa sa katawungan, mapinalang kahapon, sa punatang buwan dahil sakripisyo, pagbulikan, pagbigayin, paghigog magdapat magharin, para sa kauswagan, sa sikatao.
Hello there again. I hope that you are all settled in nicely. Greetings to our participants from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and to the other parts of the world. Kindly greet one another in the comment section. A pleasant day or a pleasant afternoon. You can also do a shout out. We will take time later to read your comments. You may drop your greetings in the comment section or mention your friends, your family members, or your colleagues so that they could also join in this webinar. Since 2020, GAD Talk goes virtual with a series of webinars. The center has pivoted to online training and conducted various in-demand webinars. This is our urgent and most accessible response to the ongoing global health crisis through providing relevant services and facilitating digital inclusiveness of communities. In 2020, NOLITC made a milestone when PhilSecNet awarded the center with Pandemic Resilience Award for its support to students and teachers category. We are also recognized nationally as Outstanding Tech4ED Center by the Department of Information and Communications Technology. The 3 programs of NOLITC are recognized with Star Awards by TESDA, namely 2 Star Awards in our Contact Center Services NC2 Training and Visual Graphic Design NC3 Training, and 1 Star Award in our 2D Animation NC3 program. The star rating system recognizes the accomplishments, innovations, and improvements that the center has instituted beyond the minimum requirements set by TESDA. The Learning Center is one of the priority programs of Governor Eugenio Sebong Lacson under his 7-point priority agenda, Avance Negrense. NOLITC also offers various scholarships for our free online training, TESDA certified courses, and other special programs through the Negros Occidental Training for Work Scholarship Program with support of the Provincial Gender and Development Focal Point System. If you want to know more about our scholarship opportunities, please visit our website. That's www.nolitc.gov. All right. These webinars are absolutely free. To join, all you need to do is to register once and you will be given access to the entire webinars. The registration is one time only and you can have the access to all of our webinars. Let me remind you to fill out the online attendance right now. The link to the online attendance is pinned in the comment section, or you may scan the QR code that will be flashed on your screen. All right. Kindly scan the QR code, or you may also type the link to your address bar so you could do the online attendance. We will not be able to catch up with all of your comments. So if you have any questions, please post them in the open forum form link. To participate in the open forum, you will need to post your questions through the online open forum form. Please find the link in the comment section as well, or you may scan the QR code that is flashed on your screen. Again, the link to the open forum can be found in the comment section. The moderator will bring them up towards the end of the presentation. You will also be receiving a digital certificate for attending this webinar online. That's right. You only need to accomplish the online evaluation of this webinar. Again, that can be found in the comment section, or you may scan a QR code that can be found on your screen later. We hope that you're all catching up with me with some of our opening reminders. Again, please have your comments or your shout out in the comment section. We would love to read them later. If you have not seen our previous posts yet, you can always check out our social media accounts. Please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I hope you are all ready with our talk for today. We are going to learn about or know how to understand what are our anger triggers, how to manage anger, and to be able to live a fuller and happier life. You can't get rid of or avoid the things or people that makes you angry, right? Nor you can change them, but you can control your reactions towards them. Our expert speaker for today will help us navigate through this difficult emotion, anger. Our expert speaker is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in University of St. La Salle Bacolod. She completed her academic requirements for the Master of Arts in Conflict and Reconciliation Studies, and currently she's taking a Master of Arts in Psychology from the same university. She is a lifestyle columnist of Digicast Negros and Sunstar Bacolod. She was formerly the manager of Kalipay Negrese Foundation and now works as program director of Hope Volunteers Foundation Incorporated. Our speaker is a member of the Philippine Mental Health Association and Negrese's Volunteer for Change, an experienced mental health worker and a community volunteer, and a very passionate leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to our virtual stage our speaker for today, my dear friend, Miss Rose Jessica Jet Octaviano. Miss Jet?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much, Miss Red, for that lovely introduction. And good afternoon to all our listeners, students of NOLITC. It's always a pleasure to be a guest in your continuing education program, no?
Yes.
Not only via online, but also I hope you're doing face to face already, not yet.
Yes, we're doing face-to-face, Miss Jet. And right, you have always been with us through this journey, even before pandemic and during this pandemic. Thank you
Yeah.
for accepting this invitation to be a speaker to our webinar again. How are you doing
Yes.
today?
I'm okay, and that is actually one of my questions to our viewers today, how we are feeling today, because our subject for our topic for today is really about emotions, no, specifically anger.
Yes, exactly. And we would love to know how excited our audience are, how ready they are to listen to this topic. So, Miss Jed, we are now ready to learn and to get some tips and more knowledge from you. So, please, the virtual floor is now yours.
Okay. Eh, how can I share my slide? Wait. There it is. So, again, good afternoon, everyone. Mayong hapon sa inyo tanan. Thank you for attending our live broadcast on anger management. No, it is a topic that many people really don't. Well, it's not really something. It's not interesting, but it is something that we really want to share para manage or ma-handle natin ating mga stresses. So, Miss Red asked this earlier, but how do you feel today? Do you feel sleepy? Well, it's 2 o'clock and you just had lunch. Some of you had lunch, basi nga tuyo ka muda. Or maybe you're just happy because you are listening together with your loved one, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, because you're classmates in NOLITC. Are you hungry? Have you eaten lunch? Or are you just waiting for 3 o'clock for snacks? No? Or are you lonely because somebody died, no? Your family member or even your dog, no? Basi you feel sad about it. And others, they're undecided, they're suspicious, and they feel also maybe they have hangover. Did you drink last night or hangover kay nagbasa ka or nagtanaw Netflix kagabi? Okay, but all our whatever we're feeling today, it's all correct. Okay, that's important to know that there are no wrong feelings because it's about you. So, hello, November. It's Merry Christmas, everyone. Grabe, no? I was just telling Doc Tina and Miss Red, no? Kadasig ka dyan sa chimpo. Before we know it, it's already September and we are already singing Christmas carols, no? Si Tito Jose Marichan is already, his picture has been posted in Facebook since what, 2 weeks ago or even a month ago. Okay, ready na siya magkanta sa Christmas in Our Hearts. Okay, so our topics for today, before we go to anger management, syempre I want to share about mental health. If you listen to Miss Red about my background, I'm really a mental health advocate, and it is something that I've been doing since I was a student of psychology, and especially when I became the manager of the Philippine Mental Health Association. PMHA is not here anymore in Bacolod, but that doesn't stop me or our other friends to continue talking about mental health. And what I'm happy about is mental health is something that is already very open, and we are growing kadamo na sa mga mental health advocates, as well as mga registered guidance counselors and registered psychologists, no? Kadami. So, syempre, i-relate ko ng mental health sa atong topic subong, no, about anger management. And we'll discuss the definition, ano ay ang itag-awo naton. We will have a check kung ano ang cause ng aton nga anger, how angry are you, and just healthy tips on what to do when you feel angry, and just in general when you are stressful or you have certain feelings na hindi makontrol. Okay? Sige. So, according to the World Health Organization, no, it has been defined that mental health is how a person thinks, feels, or acts when faced with life situations. No? It is how we look at ourselves and other people in our lives, and also this is where we evaluate our challenges, and we also make our personal choices. So, it includes handling stress, handling our emotions, and relating to other people and making decisions. So basically, ang mental health is not just being kung kamasakit ka or ginhambali lang nga buang, but it is actually about how you feel about yourself. No? Do you love yourself? Ang mga first question. Kay maghambal pala nga loving yourself is the greatest love of all. At the same time, hindi ka mag-love another person if you don't love yourself. So, amo na siya nga, that's part of your mental health. It is also about our relationship with other people, We have different kinds of relationship. It could be a parent and child relationship. It could be between siblings. It could be between classmates. It could be between friends, even boy, girl, mga friends lang kamo, or about definitely about your loved one, your sweetheart, no, or your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife. That is a part of your mental health. And it is how you meet the demands of everyday life. Sino di ang wala problema? Ako kapatid ko tanan kita may problema, tanan kita may stress kang kina-experience, and that's okay, that's normal. Ang importante, our mental health is or our general disposition is high, that we can cope with all these problems, no, nga hindi kita ya maglalain gid kag maglala na hindi ta ma-control ang atong nga mga problema. So that's why mental health is something to be talked about. No, we should talk about our feelings. We should talk about our what we think about. We should share our decisions, no, and in making choices. Na nag-decide ka mo magstay here in the Philippines, or why did you decide to attend sa NOLITC, or what even made you decide to attend this seminar this afternoon, no? Kay gusto ko mamati about anger management. Kay isa kadasig sa akong mga kig, no? We have all our reasons, and those reasons and decisions are based on your mental health. So amo na, always ang mental health is not something to be afraid of or not to be ashamed of. It is something that we need to talk about. It's okay to talk about it, and it's okay to love yourself more, and the resiliency or the ability to move forward. So that's mental health. At the same time, of course, ang mental disorder naman, iliwat-liwat kung hindi ka emphasize na it is a medical condition. No? It affects our thoughts and processes, perception of reality, and emotions and judgments that result in may mga disturbed behavior, nagahibi-hibi, per me hindi nakatulog, no, per me lang kakaon, or hindi na magligo, no, kabahog na sa iya, even brushing your teeth, or even just simply as when you wake up in the morning, kapoy ka na dayon, no? So maybe may ara ka sang medical condition nga ga-affect sa isa ka important function, isa ka important organ of the body, which is our brain, no? Just like when ang ginasakyan mo nga jeepney, ang motor is guba, no? Guba ang motor, hindi maglakat ang salakyan. Kung ang imo computer na virusan, halos hindi ang imong files na dula o ara dangalan sa imong research, pag open mo wala unod, no? So that's the same way with our bodies. So inability to cope with work and maintain relationships. So again, there's nothing wrong with having a mental disorder or to talk about our mental health, because mental health matters. And if we recall also sa atong mga MAPE classes, ang definition ng health, ara kidaya ang mental health, no, is the physical and mental and social well-being. No, mental ara, it's a definition that means that there is no health without mental health. So it's okay to talk about mental health. So I mentioned earlier na ang atong mental health is about how a person thinks or feels. So these are the basic emotions or feelings nato, no? Amo ni siyang pinaka-basic. So if you have watched this movie, no, nakita mo na niyang movie, kita mo hindi na ko kadumdum sa title, but nasadyahan ko ni because it really showed our different emotions, no? So amo na siya ang disgust, ang fear, being joyful, ang sadness, and anger. So it's a basic emotion, no? Sige. So anger, if we define anger, it's really it's a normal emotion that everyone experiences at one time or another. So meaning normal kita kung mangakit kita. It's okay to be angry. It's part of life, and we are all and there is a tendency na mangakit kita yan. It is a reaction to an emotion, and it is not planned. No, wala kita ga plano nga karon sa gabi mga 5 o'clock, karon sa gabi mga 10 PM mangakit ko no? Hindi na siya ginaplano. It is also learned. Anger is learned, therefore it can be unlearned. Just like fear, no? Kung kisa mahambal kita nga hindi ka na makadto, kay ka nagluka that you haven't been there yet, you feel fearful because you learned it from somebody, nga naghambal nga kaladlukan na dito. So the same with anger. So it is not something that can be cured or should be cured because it's in part of our mental health. It's important to express our emotions, our feelings, and whatever thoughts we have in mind. No? So amo na siya na kung nga ang anger, just like love, is a normal emotion na tanan kita ka-experience. Okay? So let's see what's behind the anger. Ano usually ang rason nga angry ka, no? Is it because you are worried, no? Naglain ka, worry ka, anxious ka? Is it because you are afraid, nahadlok ka? Is it because of frustration, nainit ka kay tugod nga hindi ba na maabot sa subong nga adlaw alas 6, nag-abot siya alas 10, na frustrated ka na sobra ka nakainit? Is it because you are jealous because your boyfriend is talking to another girl, or your girlfriend is talking to another boy? Or is it because your mother's favorite is your brother, hindi ikaw? Okay? Think about it. Is it because you are embarrassed or nahuyan ka? So instead na ma-blush ka, nangakid kaya, no? Pinangagin na kadawan niyo po, no? Damo ka na yun. Or you are disappointed, no? Na disappointed ka, kay example, you are running for promotion, wala ka na promote, ang gin-promote ang imong nga upod, or let's say you are running for valedictorian or cum laude, you were only the salutatorian, so na-disappointed ka, nasakitan ka, you were hurt, so you became angry. Or is it because you are sad? Or is it because you are feeling guilty about something? Think about it. So what's behind your anger? Again, are you worried or anxious? Are you disappointed? Are you embarrassed? Are you jealous? Are you frustrated? Are you fearful? Are you sad? Or is it because of guilt? Okay? Gaakit kasi imo na upod titungod nga let's say nang frustrated ka, akid ka sa imo nga nagpa-guilty ka nga feeling, kaya for example ang imo nga your sister you were supposed to go with her sa isa ka party, wala ka nag-upod, and then nadula siya, no? Nagpanic ka for 1 minute, so nag-guilty ka, so kaakid kaya ti sala man ay kay nag-amuna siya, no? But actually it's about your guilt, no? Ano na siya ang guilty ka feeling. Okay? Sige. To move forward, kinapamangkot you were angry and then you realize na I was angry because I was jealous of my sister. Mas palangga siya ni tatay sa ako, ng alawan siya 100, ako 50 lang. So how often do you get angry? Panumduman nyo, Bino? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Not at all. B, once or twice a week. C, 3 to 5 times a week. Or basi. D, 1 or 2 times a day. Hala, 3 times a day. 4 or 5 times a day. 6 to 10 times a day, or finally, sa isa ka adlaw, you're angry 10 or more times a day. Sige be, anong inyo sabat? Kabay pa ang sabat nyo, A, B, C, kay tungod that is normal. But if you answer D, E, F, G, H, that means 1 or 2 times a day kagapangakig, basi your anger is really excessive and you may need help. And actually, this question was asked to do a survey, no? And amo na ang sabat na di kung D, E, F, G, or H, you're angry ka or may problema ka, siguro kay tungod nga angry ka. Okay? Sige. So there are many levels of anger, no? So according to the sa website nung nabasa ko, there are 4 levels. So, of course, ang healthy or kada sa ABC, usually, you are calm and happy most of the time. Siyempre, you also get frustrated, but it doesn't last. So, siguro nag-angry ka sa nakamuno ko lang, ay, kay limit. After 5 minutes, okay ka na. No? You get angry very rarely, but you take effective action. Also, you express all of your emotions in an open, healthy manner. So, okay, hindi lang siya about being angry, but also the feeling of fear or anxiety or even love, no? Mo dabi include kita ang love. Ang mild naman niya, you are not as happy that you want to be, you feel irritated and frustrated often. Ang sad lang da, you keep your feelings to yourself because you want to avoid conflict and have issues with anxiety or depression. Anxiety is the automatic alarm sa atong lawas when we are afraid, when we are worried, or there is threat, no? Kung hindi ka na, and that's also normal, no? But however, if there's a chance na hindi ka naka-function, tungod nga ka-panic attack ka na da, you might need help. And that is actually a form of a mental disorder. And depression is also, if you are clinically diagnosed by a psychiatrist, it is actually it's not just about feeling sad. It is also feeling unworthy, hopeless, helpless, no? Wala ka pulos, no? So sometimes actually when you have these mental disorders, though may ara ka man anger issues, though dasig ka mangakig, dasig kitungod nga everything is negative. But that is sa level 4, no? When that sa extreme part na gid na yang super, no? Serious, you are irritated most of the time. You have a lot of battles going on your mind, and you feel like a victim to the actions of others. And aring subo ho, you lash out at others too often. So you just get angry. You get angry at your boss. Ikikigan ka sang boss mo, ikigan mo imo bata, or imo manghod, ikigan ka sang teacher, ang imo nga manghod ang imo kinaakigan, no, ga-lash out kasi iya. And in anger, it's also something to remember na once kung angry ka and you said something, hindi mo na mabawi, ito ang ginhambal mo nga kasakit. Huh? So, dito na karon sa healthy tips na kung i-further explain. And anger is stealing your joy. So, medyo hindi ka pa ni extreme, no? Hindi ka pa sa highest level kung ang anger is 1 to 10, ara ka na sa mga 8 or 7. So your anger is stealing your joy. Hindi ka na yang mag-enjoy sa life. Yung gaugtas ka na dahil nga gaugtas, no? So don't let it steal your joy. And in extreme, syempre, ang number, letter H na gito yan, more than 10, you're always angry about something. So every 5 minutes, yun, pangakig ka, no? And you have a negative view of other people. Your anger escalates out of control. Yes, you hurt the ones you love, and you may be dangerous to yourself or others. Do you know about bullies? To? May kilala ka mga bullies? Sometimes, the bully sila sa other people because they are angry at someone or something. For example, this sa school, this little boy bullies another boy. Kay tungod nga angry siya, nga nakita iya ang father niya, palahubog, permi akid, sakit ang iya nanay. He can't do anything about it, so ginabully yaman ang iban na tao. And that is scary, no? We have to be very careful. Kaya usually, habang nila, kay hubog na siya, he was drunk, so he hurt me. But actually, there's anger na nga ginapat siya ang ibang na tao, no? So we have to be very careful. And I believe kung sa extreme anger, we really need to ask for professional help. And that is going to a psychiatrist or pwede man sa psychologist, because when you go to a psychiatrist, meaning kinanglan na gid bulong, no? Kamo na siya. So I hope kamo are you still healthy? Are you mild? No, may mild anger ka pa? Are you serious? Or ka na gid sa extreme? No? Again, I'm hoping that most of us are either sa healthy level or sa mild level. Okay? Sige. So what are the healthy tips, no? Hindi siya I usually give tips on stress management, in general sa atong life, no? So what do we do when we are angry? So number 1, before that, we just remember that anger management is about learning to recognize, to cope, to express anger in healthy and productive ways. Earlier, I mentioned that feeling angry is normal. Di ba? Normal lang maging angry. But the way you express this depends on how high is your mental health. So, okay, express your anger, pero paano? Healthy ways, okay? And anger management is also a skill that everyone can learn. So, tanan kita, can do it. Pwede ta gid ma-prevent na grabe gid ang last naton sa ibang tawo. And remember, no one can make us angry. It is our choice. Kung gusto ta mangakig kung hindi, no? Siyempre, ano imuunta? 1 to 10. Count 1 to 10, no? 1, 2, 3 na. Or mag-breathing exercises kada nga galain na imo na init ng ulo mo nag-ting nakamog ng ulo mo pag ginambal ang imo maupod sa opisina. Count 1 to 10. Okay? Or inhale, exhale, no? Na hindi ka mag-burst out nga sabton mo man siya. Kasi bala madumugay na kamo kag something will happen from HR will get angry and you will both be kicked out of work, no? Yun muna siya. What else? As mentioned earlier, no, kung nagito sa extreme level or you feel that no, halos every day, every hour, every second of the day, kapangakit ka na, you accept that you identify that you are angry, you accept it, and you do something about it. And that's when you can talk to your friend, ang masaligan mo with a trusted friend, or mas namin pagit nga you seek professional help. If you are in school, it's good to go to your guidance counselor. Miss Red, are you there? No, gadto ka sa iya if you really need to talk to someone. And maybe if she feels na hindi yan na kaya kay kinanglan sa next level, she can recommend you to someone else, like maybe a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Okay? Sige. Another another thing to do when you're angry is take a break, leave your desk. But don't walk out na obvious kay nga akit, mahambay ka lang nga magwa ka na no? Magwa ka sa room, dito ka to sa gwa kag mag-inhale, mapahangin, or you can also distract yourself, no? You can pray or think of something happy, no? Pwede man na stretching ka, no? Ma-stretching ka and i-massage mo ang imong neck para makalma ka. Okay? Make amends. No, when you feel that ikaw naman ang nagpa-angry sa ilang tao, always say sorry. And when siya naman naglaslas sa imo, be willing to forgive. Kagibutang ko gid nga forgive, no? Ikaw yung may willingness to forgive, so panumtumon mo pa for 2 to 3 days. Pero at the same time, ginahabalan taman ka nga forgive, no? Tawo man lang na siya, and when you forgive, even if that person is not asking for forgiveness, when you forgive, ang peace of mind medyo bakod, no? You feel good, you feel better when you natawhay na ya imo pamatsyag, baida siya. Okay? And also be fair if you're a parent and you see your children fighting. Be fair also, listen to both sides and explain nga kapangakig ka or nga nang away sila. Itungod nga there's always may storya kaya ang duwa. No, there are two sides of a story, and listen to that story. Okay, hindi ka dayon at the same time kung ang bata mo yang ang gusto mo nagikigan, no? Kung pwede lang sumbagpon mo, calm down and listen to his or her explanation. Okay? Sige. So earlier I mentioned about this already, no? Na distract yourself, think of a happy place, no? Kainit ng ulo mo kay ginagaw ni boss ang imo nga report, no? Nga hambal, oh yes, I finished this report, actually ikaw man ang obra. Di daw mangakit ka ng kids, hindi ka man kapangakit kay he's your boss. What you do is maybe pray or think of a happy place nga I wish it's not raining, I'm in the beach, no? Sa Boracay, kapatawhay, no? Or mag-joke ka na, uy, grabe mo si sir ba? Kasi ikaw galing nag-obra, no? Pero be sure that hindi mo man siya pag-i-offend kay base adoyak ka, no? Ibutang sa evaluation, 0 instead of 5 ang imo score. Okay? Also, it's good when you are angry, you own the signs, you identify the triggers. So ano yung mga causes? What made me angry to this sa inyong tao nga nainit ko ni sa iya? Why am I angry at him or her? No? And syempre, i-identify mo na, isulat mo na, kag i-prepare mo lawas mo to make sure na later pwede mo na siya ma-prevent. Kaya kabalo ka na mo what triggers your anger. And also, pay attention to the way it feels in your body. Ang ginahambal na nila, bala nga kung akig ka, you're seeing red, kaplamula ka na, pati ang guya mo, pati ang tanan mo, nga may mga actions ka, or even ang heart rate mo, katugtog-katudo, and the breathe ka faster and headaches. Also, look out for those signs. Own those signs. No? Kapapalo ka gid, oh my God, ano na ko kapangakit na ko, kinanglan ko naman, breathe in, breathe out. No? Or kinanglan ko namang pangadi, na Lord, please, hindi na ko please magpangakiga, calm me down. Or mamag, ay hala, anak ko sa prakay, sumula ko labot sa mga tao, listupad ko. No? Or the best, the easiest way is to really count 1 to 10. Okay? Amo na siya. So also, when you are angry, you think of the things aside from distracting yourself. You can also write it down. No, what? Atong panghambal kung i-identify yung mga triggers, i-sulat ta. And then later, think of ways to express your anger. And if you're angry at the person, sulat, di siya bala sulat. Write him or her a letter. And it doesn't mean that you also have to give the letter to this person. Just like the letter, I was angry, dear someone. I was angry to you. I was angry at you today because you stole my favorite ball pen or ano daya or ano man daya mas dalom na reason to be angry. Huh? So write it all down and later on kabalo ka na, aware ka na sa imong na triggers. And then you already listed it down kung ano himuon mo kung akik ka. No? Sige. Kag di syempre, also nurture yourself. It is important to love yourself. It is important to know that you are valued, you are loved. No? Tanang kita kinamigaplangga sa aton. And treat yourself when, for example, ay nainit ka sa itong tao pero wala ka nang, you didn't do anything with your anger. I-treat yourself. And because self-care is a must. Ang self-care na siya, hindi na siya selfish. It is actually necessary. It is something that we need. And it could be just 15 minutes of listening to your favorite music, 15 minutes extra use of the bathroom, no? 15 minutes of 1 hour of watching your K-pop songs or K-drama no nga instead 1 to 12 series hasta ka lang sa 3 no. So nurture yourself, love yourself because you are loved, you are special, tanan kita importante no, not just sa atong nga ginuobi no but also to other people. So again, you just need to calm down when you are angry and basically you need to count 1 to 10, accept that you need professional help. You need to leave the room, but let them know that you need to go out because dumasinggit ka laging balik pero badaan mo nga that's not healthy. Make amends, saying sorry and accepting your mistakes is good, no? Kaya tanan man taga-sala, nobody is perfect. And you know, when you say sorry, makibot ang mga tao, hala ka humble sa iya, humility, no? Ano na siya. Distract yourself. Think of something better than being in that angry environment. Own and know the triggers. No? Remember, this ang kun aga maglakato sa school at 7 a.m. The tricycle drivers, the jeep mo wala ka pahigad makes me angry. So kay tungod na traffic na, think of something that write it down kung ano itong dapat mo obrahon, nati instead of leaving the house at 6, leave at 5:30. No? Doon mo na bala. And most important, you have to nurture yourself because you are special, you are loved, and you are unique. No? Not even twins have the same personalities. Ano na siya. Ang importante, makalma ka git when you feel angry. Another important thing to remember that when you're angry and you tell something ay kailinit sa mo kalaway sa mo or something biskan you don't mean that that sentence will already put sa mind sa tao ginabalan mo nga forever nga basi ma-traumatize na to siya or ma-feel siya kalaway gid man siya even if she's not ugly, it will give a bad taste pala kumbaga no. So we have to be careful in making our actions when you are angry. Ang iban make sila bad decisions. You broke up with your loved one, with your boyfriend or girlfriend, kay angry ka at that moment. And then you realize when you broke up that girl or boy that you broke up with is special. no? Nga palangga mo gid siya gali, but out of anger you broke up with this person. Deh, kunong dumaanay. That's why, in relationships, we always think twice in everything that you say and do. Always think before you act. Ano siya importante. No, kadamog gid ko nabalaan ng mga couples who decided let's have a divorce, no, or let's break up. Of course, divorce is not legal here in the Philippines, but I've heard of people na tinupannulment na tama, separate na lang ta or ma-break up na ta, and then after that, gulalain, ikaw mo manalain, no nga, because you don't mean it. You didn't want to break up, but you were just angry. So, ang best thing to that, mapakakig ka mo si shadow, why don't you come down for 5 minutes, no, and then talk it out, no, istoryahan nyo na ang natabo nga nangakig ka. And then later on, nag-improve, nagnami pagitang in your relationship because there is open communication. No? Ang muna sa importante. Okay? Sige. So, again, please consider professional help if you feel constantly frustrated and angry no matter what you try. No, ginabalata na to, write it down, distract yourself. So you still continue being angry even if you did those healthy tips. There are many other tips that you can do, but because every person is different, what works for me may not work for you. But just remember, it has to be something healthy. Okay? Your temper causes problems at work or in your relationships. No? You avoid events and people because you feel like you can't control your temper. You have gotten in trouble with the law due to your anger. Kulubaan na ginaya. And your anger has ever led you to physical violence. No? No, ginasakit mo ang imo, no, ginaslap mo. Amo pa naman ang scary kasi kay mga nanay na init ng ulo mo, tampaon ng mga bata. Hindi na pwede. Pwede, no? Kung sa Amerika, kitang tawagan ka na yung 911, if that's child abuse. No? Kalmaan ay, kung akikin sa bata mo, kalmaan ay, think and listen to your child. No? Some men or even women, they slap their husbands, their wives, because nainit sila, hubog sila, they're frustrated at work, they nag-inom sila bilog ng kampino, hubog, tapos ang frustration sa asawa or sa bata, okay? Last, no, and that's displacement. Hindi na yan pwede. So be a man, be a woman, stand up and seek professional help. Get the courage to seek help. Okay, ba nakuya ko na iya, wala ko yung problema, and even other people don't think they have problems when it's pretty obvious na ilang ang mga temper is getting them into trouble. Okay, sige. Ang iban pag itang mga gahambal wala nga you got in trouble with the law, namian ka na yan, init ka na yan, ginaaway mo ng tao, you drive your car or ara ka sa jeep ko pang away ka mo sa fellow passenger mo or ang imo nga drag race na kumuya sa dalan sa kagtapos ang iban may road rage bala natiro na nilang nga ang nag-overtake sa ila, and that's not, and you really need help to get. Okay, hopefully since most of you probably are young, you don't do this no na mo na ginaya ka extreme ang imo na anger. Okay. So where do you seek help? No, pwede man remember it was mentioned that we can talk to somebody we trust, and that person could be your priest, no, your pastor or your spiritual director. No, it could be also a religious person, no, madre na si sister, no, pwede mong magatuan. Makaistorya ka man sa mga mental health advocates, no. I'm one of them. Si Miss Red is also a mental health advocate. You can also go to a mental health professional, no, or worker. Amo na sila mga registered psychologists, mga registered guidance counselors, and most schools, if not all, usually may arapid sa guidance counselor. Okay? You can also go to a medical doctor, no? And if hindi niya kaya, i-refer ka sa specialist kaya na psychiatrist. He or she is also a medical doctor with specialization on psychiatry. And sa government institutions, we can ask help from the health office. We can also go to the social welfare, no, sa mga social worker naton sa sa atong government centers, and even the police, no. There's a women's and children's desk. We can also go there to ask for help. And also there are many non-government organizations who can help out with your problem. No, some of them give anger management therapies, or kung it's drug related, we have drug rehabs here in Bacolod, even in Victorias. And kadamo kids are willing to help because it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be not okay. Kaya amo nang hambal na help is available because the Philippine Mental Health Law was signed in June of 2000. Nalipat na po. Basta it was signed by President Duterte, no, during his time, and the law was authored by Senator Risa Hontiveros. So this Philippine Mental Health Law will secure our rights and welfare, especially sa mga mental health workers and also mga pasyente, no, or those who are experiencing mental health problems. It will also provide mental health services in hospitals and barangays and improve our mental health facilities as well as integrate mental health education in school and workplace. No? So NOLITC is very good in integrating mental health education like diri sa mga live broadcast and sa atong ng mga other topics. No? Kay kadamo na kami mga speakers di, no? My friends also were speakers like si Doc Ana, no? Licensed na siya yung Doctor of Psychology na siya, and others. No? So it's very important that we know that it's okay to be okay. It's okay to ask for help, and because mental health services are available in Negros. Okay? Sige. So because it's September, I also would like to add my advocacy that it's actually World Prevention. September 10 is World Suicide Prevention Day, and we create hope through action. So buligay kita to prevent suicide. No, I've heard for the past weeks that there had been cases of people killed because of suicide. And remember, suicide prevention is everyone's responsibility. You don't have to be a doctor or a psychologist to be able to help this person. Ang importante, we are there for this person. We listen to him or her without judgments. And ipabalutagin sa ila na, killing yourself is not ending the pain. They just want to end the pain. That's why they think death will cure the pain. When actually, ginapasa ta sa iban na ang pain magadto sa imo nanay nga nakibot na nakapakamatay ka, or ang aton da mga classmates tugtog na ray man kami ni kagapon nga amo ni natabo, no, or ang imo asawa, ang imo bana, no, ma-shock gid na nagpakamatay ka. So it's good to talk to someone about your feelings, and remember, suicide is not the answer. It's not gonna end the pain. It's going to pass it on to someone else. And hindi siya masakit ang tao nga nag-suicide. They probably experience mental health issues, maybe suffering from anxiety or depression. No? Na they feel worthless, hopeless, nga amo na damo yung nag-trigger ng mga issues sa ila nga hindi na sila kagwanta. But remember, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to ask for help because there are many people willing to help and to listen to you. Okay? Sige. So, to end my talk for this afternoon, here's a quote na nakita ko sa mypositiveoutlooks.com. Happiness is a choice, not a result. So nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. So again, life is about choices. We make a decision not to be angry. We make a decision to love someone. We love kita, no? And happiness is a choice, our choice. And kadepend na siya sa imo mental health, ang imo general disposition, because if you decide kung ano ang happy sa inyo. Okay? Sige. And paapas lang, I also would like to share about my work. I work in Hope Volunteers Foundation. Cater kami sa mga bata na may arasang cleft lip, sungi, or punga, or may cleft palate. And we partner with Operation Smile Philippines, or sometimes with Operation Smile International. And we have a Operation Smile surgical mission in November. So if you have may mga kilala kamuda na sungi or punga, please refer them to us sa Hope Volunteers Foundation. Ay sila ni permitin ni sila bully, and sometimes it's hard. Part of our department sa amon nga advocacy sa ila, helping them is through ginatagaan sa namang talks on mental health, because many experience bullying ang mga parents. They feel that ila sala, but actually hindi na siya sala kay tungod nga pubic cleft palate or cleft lip, it's also hereditary. And kagwa gila siya, hindi ma-explain nga, no? But the point is, pwede na siya matahi, makayukusang isa ka, ma-repair sa surgeon. Okay? So, thank you. Ang references, of course, it's important to mention where I got my resources that the experience also based on sharing. So, I'm ready for questions if you have questions. Salamat, Kim.
Salamat, Miss Jess. Thank you very much. Shall we give our expert speaker a virtual clap reaction? Okay, a virtual heart or a virtual hug reaction to our speaker, Miss Jet. Now, this afternoon, we dive deeper into the discussion of anger management, and we have really learned a lot from this talk. One of the things that I have learned, in this in this topic is that like having or being angry for like more than 2 times in a day is considered too much. Okay, too excessive. So I know we have an audience there listening now who is kind of consciously counting how many times they get angry in a day. So how many times do you get angry in a day? We become aware of that one. And anger can be unlearned because it's a
Yes.
learned behavior. So we can there's hope. We still have hope to unlearn that negative behavior. And also, Miss Jet shared with us a lot of ways we can manage our anger, and what are the effects of being angry too much, right? So at this point, we are now in our open forum session. We have received a lot of questions and clarifications. Our virtual audience would like to clarify on something. So this is going to be a great opportunity to dive deeper into your talk, Ms. Jet. So let us have the first question from our virtual audience. Thank you for this question. The first one, how to express your anger without offending anyone? How do we do this? Because anger is already a negative behavior.
Well, first of all, no, let me remind you that being angry is okay, and you really need to express your anger. So how do we do that without offending anyone? Actually, the
Mhm.
best thing to do is really is ako niya, if you remember the countdown aton healthy tips, well, you count 1 to 10, and then
Mhm.
you can walk out from the
Mhm.
discussion depending upon the situation. So
Mhm.
if you are in a big room and you are angry at someone, may hambal siya, so you don't want to offend him, tell him or her, may I go
Mhm.
out? Wa ato, express mo, lawas mo, sumbagon. You can actually, ako, sa una, what I
Yeah.
did was I threw, nakaboy ko baso. Of course,
Mhm.
without anybody in front of me. But you can shout,
Yeah.
basta as long as you are in the privacy of maybe the CR, or you go out sa being sa front of your
Mhm.
door, and singgit ka na or subagon mo imong kamot, kinainit ka. Like, so, sometimes when you're angry, you really
Mhm.
want to throw something. So do
Mhm.
that outside of anyone. Do it when you are alone. Kung
Yes.
hindi ka kahalin, try to close your eyes and count 1
Mhm.
to 10 or do the breathing exercises.
Yeah. Mhm. That's right. Deep breathing really helps. And we have to understand that it's not healthy to bottle up our anger. So there should always be a way positive ways in order to release that one, because it's not good if we only keep that inside of us.
Yes.
Mhm. Thank you for that answer, Miss Jet. Let us go to our second question from our virtual audience here. So, what to do when you are with someone who has anger management problem?
Well, first of all, ako when you're someone with, for me ka pangakit, so I understand,
Mhm.
from what I understand sa question, ang imo partner or maybe your colleague has,
Family member.
for me ka pangakit, no? For me siya ka
Mhm.
pangakit, and he or she doesn't know how to manage this, his
Mhm.
anger. It, ask him to replay our, ask him to replay our seminar. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Grabe. Actually, let
Recommend.
him know. No, well, first of all, um, this person might not be aware that he's always angry. No? So ako let him identify or talk to him when he is in a better mood. Talk to him how it affects you when he is angry. No? About like actually, especially if you love this person. I'm assuming that this is someone, a boyfriend or a partner. No? So when this person is always angry, kahit hindi ka na lang niya, huwag magpakamartir. No? Please talk to this person when he is in a better mood
Yeah.
Or not, or kung mag-angry siya, don't answer back, just listen. Kung gina-hurt din na ka, tilain na iyang istorya. No? Because if he or she is already violent and is already hurting you, that is not healthy at all. No? Kaya I would recommend yan to really report to the police, labi nung stricto with sa akon. However, kung pwede mo man lang siya maistorya, talk to this person, I'm affected when you are angry, or magkakakuyan, kubla ko may singgitan, katuloy sa dalan, kakupod mo po, talk to this person. And maybe, hopefully, we pray that he or she will realize that he has a anger problem. May problema siya. And kamalun mo, I'm willing to go with you, nga ti magat kita sa professional, bingati buligan kita sa therapy, or ito ano man siya, sige, ito ba lang ginambal sa seminar nga makalma ka, ma-write it down, ma-walk out ka, ano pati mapangadi ka, pero kung sobra nagkika-extreme, di ba na professional help na gidyang kinanglan. And kung hindi pag siya mambal pa ko yung blaya, hindi. As much as possible, don't give up on him, or her for that matter. He also needs you. He needs your help. And together, you can go to a doctor. Kung hindi pag siya, ipa-identify siya, ipakapalo sa iya na, it's okay to be angry, but, it can be unlearned, di ba?
Yeah.
It can be, you express it. It's okay to be angry. Express it, but please make it hindi ma-offend other people or hindi ka man ma-hurt.
That's true. So thank you for that very good advice, Miss Jet. That's very helpful. And before we move on to our third question, we have here a message from Dr. Donna Lynn. So Doc Donna, thank you for your message. Yes.
My friend.
Yeah, great topic. Miss Rose Jessica Taviano and Mr. of NOLITC team. She's happy that we are back. All right. And thank you. Please keep your insights coming in our comment section. We will surely read your insights. And if you do have any more questions, you could also type that in the comment section. Right? Thank you.
To respond to Doc Donna, thank you so much for that response. Siyempre, we are part of the Team Bakod. And if you need actually professional help, you can go to their, they have Articulate Psychological Center. So isa na siya sa mga mental health services here in Negros.
Right.
Na very helpful kid. So if you need help, you can go to them na.
So, yes.
So,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Sorry, I had to mention your Articulate kay actually, like for example, to that person who asked the second question, maybe you can also call them and refer for counseling. No?
That's right.
Kanami kita kay Articulate Psychological Center, HPC, and ang ila office lapit sa Lasal, no? Paglapit sa Sinsco, in between the two schools.
Yeah.
Hi,
Wow. Thank you for sharing that information, Ms. Jet. Articulate Psychological Center, or HPC, is also our partner in our NOLITC Cares program.
Wow.
So
Yes.
thank you and hello there. Shout out to our psychologists and psychiatrists at Articulate.
Yes, so Doc Donna and Doc
Doc
Mads.
Anna. Yes. Okay. Hello and good afternoon. So let's resume with our open forum with this third question. How to break stigma that asking expert not to help you manage your anger is normal? Yes, there is really an ongoing stigma with, coming to psychologists or psychiatrists. So how do we break this?
Okay. Hindi banggit ko expert, no? Kaya I'm actually not a registered psychologist or a registered mental guidance counselor. But I have been working with mental health since 2009. So una, dito tayo pa kami bumundamon na. I'm so happy. Nadamon na kami. Si Donna, can you believe Doc Donna was actually a student was I was starting in PMHA? Ako na ginaya, I'm that old, no? Feeling young, but feeling old but feeling young. Anyway, to break the stigma, mental health itself has nakop din ang stigma. But with the recent developments, no, with the pandemic, kadamo it affected ng ilang mental health. So para sa ako niya and para sa mga mental health advocates, again, it's okay to talk about it. No? Talk about it and remember, I don't know if you were here earlier, ang emotions pala are normal, are okay. And being angry is is one of our basic emotions. So okay, lang yung mga kid. It's really normal to be angry, and sometimes you can't even stop it. When you're angry, you're really angry. Ang important to yan, how you do it, how you act with this feeling. Just like love, no? Ang love, kita balik na naman sa love, palagi man na February, so, no? Just like love, you can't stop loving someone. So, kung nagani kis ka mga istorya na pala sa mga seminarista, no? You are already chosen by God to serve Him, and that means masingle ka forever, but doesn't mean na you won't love someone else. So, lain na yung istorya kung ma-action ka na mangluyag ka pero pari ka or seminarista. No? So again, the emotion is normal. It's okay to feel all these emotions. And our basic emotions, again, are fear, anger, joy, sadness, and disgust. And being angry is normal. So how do we manage it? No? How to help you how to break stigma that asking expert to help you manage it. Ang hindi mga emotions is normal. What you're feeling is okay. And talking to this person can help you. In the long run, ang kwa sila, ihuligan mo yourself. So,
That's true. And as guidance counselors at school, Miss Jet, you can always go to your guidance counselor if you are a student. No, the services at the guidance office of your school are free. So you can go there. It's for free. You could talk to your guidance counselor. And if you're a trainee at NOLITC, you can always come and visit me if you have any concerns about your mental health or if you're going through something. You can always go to me. It's for free. And if it's something that we cannot handle as guidance counselors, we can always refer you to an expert. So let's normalize going to the therapist. Let's normalize asking help.
Yeah, it's okay. Actually, I mentioned ko na earlier that if you're a student of NOLITC, Miss Red, Miss Red, kasi you know what to do to you. Kabalo mo na sa God.
Yes. Yeah. And thank you for that one. And let's move on to our question coming from our audience from Facebook. Miss Roger Marisa or Sir Roger Marisa, Ma'am, how to help kids with anger management issues? You think overexposure to screen like tablet, devices, and television contributes a lot on how kids behave?
Actually, it depends upon the child kung anong iya tinatanaw. But remember, it's okay for kids to watch TV or use your cell phone or a tablet. Pero it also depends upon the parents. Kamo ang makontrol sa pagpuyat sa cellphone or pag-watch ng TV. So sa beginning pa lang, may condition na ngayon, yes, I will buy you a tablet. But remember, this can be only used maybe 1 hour a day, or let's say 2 hours a day. One in the morning before school, and after homework time in the afternoon. So remember, inyo na isang parent responsibility to control the use of the tablet. Yes, I believe that sometimes overexposure can contribute to how they behave. Depende mo na kung tanaw nila. Isa pag ka-important na when they are using a tablet, ang settings, i-fix mo nga they are not going to open certain websites, no? May websites na i-no kid, no? You know what they are, like before sa mga X-rated, that definitely i-out the mga certain topics like guns and violence, X na, no? May ara na control sa internet. Okay? How to help kids with anger management issues? Talk to your child. What made them angry? Kasi sometimes ang bata hindi ka-express sa ilang na what they feel. So they get frustrated. Therefore, they get angry. So talk to your child. No? The most important thing really is really talk to this person. Again, kung feel na wala siya istorya sa imo, go to the guidance counselor, yung mga yung kabulig. But ako na, look beyond the cause of his anger. Hindi nga mangakik siya, mangakik ka man balik.
Yeah.
Mangakik ka na, like plano mo kanina na kung anong cause ng ilang anger. Because kasi sa tinilat siya, hindi mo ma-explain. No?
That's right.
Oo, kasi hindi mo ma-explain. So, siyempre, what's wrong? Why are you angry? Talk to them. And ang ako ni kapati mo ko sa open communication, it's really helpful when you open up and talk to each other.
Talk
About it without without judgment. Basi-basi siya istorya sa inubra tapos ay kasala ni sa inubra mo. Okay, hindi na lang siya manukit
That's right. Yes. Open conversation without judgment or without any need of analyzing, no?
Yes.
So can we just share? Can we just talk without analyzing things? Or
Yes.
Let's be just human.
And later, maybe kung after the talk, no, kapati ka, ay i-affirm mo if he did or she did something good, na ay ipuligan ko ako nga classmate, ay ka very good. Kinuha akong iya pencil, ay, no, tama mo tadi pa pencil, do you know nga naglalain tong friend, pagkuha mo sa pencil, talk to them, explain the right and wrong. Ang mga parents always make time, give time to your child.
Yes.
No, tatagagin simpo amo nga time na makashare siya sa imo para asas pagtako siya may open communication.
Yes. Wow. Such a very good advice coming from our expert. Thank you, Ms. Jet. So let's move on to our fourth question, all right? Or the fifth one. There are times that it is not really easy to forgive because of the pain inflicted. How to ease the pain and forgive?
Kasakit.
Yes.
It take, of course, I'm not saying after minobra na to sa tao, forgive right away. There's time to reflect and maybe understand why he did that to you. Eventually, siyempre, grabe ka panumdungan mo sa ako ng pain na natabo, no? But, in time, you will heal, no? Ako yung what of course, I experienced being hurt man, no, sa isa ka ex. I was hurt by someone. So what I did really was to reflect. Of course, I cried. No? If you are hurt, go ahead and cry. Be sad. Express. Be that. No. Pautwas. Talk to your friend and tell. I read ang muna mo sa ako na okay. Shot ka mo. No. And then later on, pray ka man. Ma-realize mo even if this person didn't ask forgiveness from you, importante nga ikaw ang ma-forgive sa ila without them asking. Hindi ang bago pala ngayon the peace of mind, ang feeling nito, ay salamat hindi nabukat ang akin na kumatsyan tungod nga ang kainit ko sa isa katawo. Feeling. It's hard. It will be hard. Kabudlay actually to forgive. Honestly, it's really hard to forgive. Like for example, your neighbor killed your father. Kapatsyon mo ng neighbor mo, yung nagpatay sa no, di ba? So, syempre, but, patsyon mo mo neighbor, ang tatay mo mabuhi. Hindi. No, it already happened. No, amat-amat lang i-forgive mo. And basically, syempre, kung you are religious or if you believe in God, tanawa ba na ginubra ni Jesus Christ sa atin? Diba? He died on the cross because of our sins. So, masakit ang ginubra sa iya. No? That is if you're but even if you're not Catholic, just remember, or if you don't believe in Jesus, in the long run, it will be for your own peace of mind.
Yes.
It's a long process. Grieving is a long process. Healing is a long process, but it doesn't have an expiration date. It depends upon you.
Yes. We don't outgrow our pains, no, and sorrows. Yes. And and according to the Bible also, because you mentioned about the Bible, Ms. Jet, it says that it's okay to be angry, but do not sin, right? Do not sin. So it's a human tendency when we feel pain, we wanted to inflict that pain to the other so that other person could feel it. right? So, however, if we pain and not learn from it, if we experience pain and not learn from it, pain will just become meaningless.
Yeah. And
So,
this pain can also make us stronger.
yeah, that's
Kung
right.
diba? It's a
Mhm.
lesson learned. Make it a lesson in life that because of these
Mhm.
lessons, you became a better person, you became
Yeah,
experienced, and you can say that,
that's
ay, agi na ko na, yun.
yeah.
Diba? No, katikanon mo sa imo, ay, I survived that. No, katikanon.
Mm,
No, and to
correct.
come back to your Bible story, no, gahambal
Mhm.
na ah, kung may matampa sa imo, i-offer ang other cheek, di ba? May ara pa
Yes,
na. May ara pa na
and
siya.
part of the song as well. Diba?
Yes.
That song
Offer
of the father to the son.
offer your other cheek daw, grabe.
Oo, nan. So yeah, we could really learn a lot from pain. It can make us wise. It can you could help others better because of that wisdom you get from your experience. So
Yes.
thank you,
So we
Miss
become
Jess.
stronger.
Yeah, exactly. And let's go to our last question for this topic. We are really receiving a lot of questions from our audience. So thank you very much. And we apologize in advance if we cannot accommodate all of your questions. But yeah, we will assure you that we will get back to you through whatever way we could communicate. Right? So we have here the last question. How to remain calm when you are angry, especially as a mom who is mad at your kids. How
Yes.
can you not be mad with the kids? No? Sometimes it's really hard to become a parent. But Miss
Yes.
Jet?
That's correct, no?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, as an example, we mentioned that sometimes nainggit ka na sa bata mo, gusto mo na kitang paon. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, it can be a form of child abuse kung itampaon mong imo bata.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, we're also human, so ang human side naton, hindi man ta ka, hindi man ta pa naka-help, no? But remember, ang action sa imo bata,
Mm-hmm.
may halina na may natabo that made him angry or may ginubra siya na hindi amo kay wala nag-follow sa imo. Remember, no, they are children. They are a child. They are young. They need guidance. So,
Mm-hmm.
again, explain to them. Para sa ako niya, ha? So, listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Ipa-explain sa iya, nga ginubra mo na ang imo, ginubra, kabalo ka ng kid,
Mm-hmm.
kapal si mama, nga hindi nasakto. No?
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's back to open communication and
Mm-hmm.
listening and getting the side of the story of your child. Kung hindi ka nakikakwanta, ginhawa dalong, no?
Mm-hmm.
Ginhawa dalong, remember, bata mo na siya, kung kisa siya kay Chinti, sa iya, ginaobra, imo na
Mm-hmm.
siya responsibility, mag-explain sa iya nga hindi to sakto, iya, ginaobra.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that sometimes, hindi ka gid ka-help na
Mm-hmm.
gid siya right away. But remember also, when we are angry, we sometimes say things that we don't mean. But
Yeah.
gago kasi mo yung bata, kaya hasta magdako na siya, feeling niya gago gid siya, even
Mm-hmm.
it's not. Or maybe, ang isa pa na tendency, ang effect ng balo ng bata mo, kung gago si mo, hindi na
Mm-hmm.
siya tuon. Kasi anyway,
Mm-hmm.
kaga siya mo, hamba ni mami na,
Mm-hmm.
gago ko.
Mm-hmm.
So, ako na
Yeah.
siya. So, remember again to talk to
Mm-hmm.
your parents. I understand that sometimes you can't help it, but this is your child. Palangga mo, naging himo. Mo
Mm-hmm.
siyang bata. So, talk to him, take a deep breath, close your
Yeah.
eyes, pray, and think of something else. No? And later,
Mm-hmm.
explain to your child why nainit ka,
Mm-hmm.
explain why that behavior was not correct. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And probably it would be also helpful if you can talk to other moms. Like if you have like a community of parents or
Support
a
group.
friend, yeah, support group, and you can just express and talk about the difficulty you are having with your kid, and who knows, you could share experiences and share tips, with other parents or other mom.
Correct na siya.
Mhm.
Kaya di mo
So,
ta moms na duwa, no? Well,
oh,
mom,
but mom sa school. Mom sa
yeah,
school, ah.
mom sa mga
Mhm.
hinaplos, kanti, di ba, you're a mom to a exchange student.
Yes, we also have you also have a community of kids that you take care of at Hope Foundation, no? So you are also becoming a mom to those kids. Mhm.
Correct.
So we are really deeply enriched with this discussion. We didn't only just tackle about anger and pain, but we also talk about being a parent and experiencing life and sharing and nurturing love in ourselves and with others. So thank you, Miss Jet, for all of your insightful discussion you have shared with us. Any parting message you would like to share to our virtual audience?
Yes. So first of all, thank you so much for
Mhm.
listening. I know this topic is unique. Actually,
Mhm.
this is a unique topic. But remember that emotions, and feelings are normal. It is something that is not wrong. What we feel is ours. Own it. But well, it's also important that the action behind that emotion should be healthy, and you should really think twice in doing
Mhm.
this action. No? Again, kung mangakit ka, count to 10, hindi pagtampaak yung effect sa bata. Love is also normal, even if you are someone who's not supposed to love, normal na yapon ang action ng ang panumduman.
Mhm.
Help is available anytime. We have mental health services here in Negros, and it is available because it is already a law. And loving yourself is the greatest love of all. No,
Mhm.
important that we also love ourselves because if you don't love yourself, it will be hard to love another person. So
Mhm.
remember, palangga kita sa Diyos, palangga, we are all special.
Mhm.
What joy in this special child. No, diyan, mo na siya. And thank you to NOLITC
Mhm.
for this thing today. And remember, if you need help, you can go to Articulate Psychological Center, and there are more and others, no? Like a
Mhm.
care hub nila ni Doc Ana. I believe Doc Ana is also a partner sa
Mhm.
PUP Cares, no? So just reach out and talk to us whenever you need help.
Mhm. Yes,
Thank
thank you very much, Miss Jet. Shall we give our expert speaker, Miss Rose Jessica Octaviano, virtual clap reaction, a virtual heart reaction as well? Yes, Madam Ogid nga salamat for sharing your expertise with us and a lot of tips and discussion for this afternoon. Allow me to thank and read the shout out of our virtual audience. Earlier, you have posted your names and from which city you're coming from. Please let me read some of your comments in the comment section. Hello there, Nicole Belvestre, Florence Vargas Salazar, and John Michael Gawan. Thank you for watching. Hello, good afternoon to Ma'am Faith Guzon, watching from Pacao Elementary School Division Office of Cabangcalan City. Salamat sa inyong suporta kag inyong presensya no sa amon nga mga webinars. Hello as well to Ivy Lay Valiente. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Good afternoon as well to Elaine Giliagaw from Salong National High School. Hello there to the faculty and staff of Salong National High School and also to the students. Now our students are again back to school already. So hello to all of the students watching our live today. Good afternoon to Ma'am Ching Nava Peralta from Salong National High School as well. Thank you, Ma'am, for joining us. Hello to Roger Marisa saying, I am feeling great today. Thank you very much for such a warm comment. We are also happy to have you with us today in this webinar. Good afternoon, Jessere Bustamante. Thank you. Gerald Bustamante, who is watching from Erams West. Salamat. Josephine Garces, watching from Erams West as well. Hello there. Annalisa Arcedes from Kamansi National High School. Good afternoon sa mga teachers and students and staff of Kamansi National High School, Cabangcalan City. Thank you for being with us today. Good afternoon to Maris Nalagan from Masumbil Elementary School. Selwyn Tubola, good afternoon to you as well. And Jennifer Sanong Canilaw of Baras Jutay Elementary School. Chari Christine Villaverde Peñaflor, thank you. Good afternoon. Reina Hihastro, who is from Bunga Integrated School District of Don Salvador, Benedicto. Salamat sa inyong for attending. We have Riza Hilado from Tagok Elementary School. Hello there again. Ivy Tabalque from Magbalyo Elementary School. Thank you. Junette Shapok of Irangs West, Kabangkalan City, Schools Division Office of Kabangkalan. And we also have here an audience from outside the province of Negros Occidental, MSD. Salamat. This is Marvin from Batangas. Thank you, Marvin, for joining with us. Napaka-informative ng topic. Thank you. Such a very good feedback. So if you feel that this topic is very helpful to you and would be helpful to others as well, kindly share the link to this webinar. You could also share it to your students, to your colleagues, and even if you want it to become part of your learning material, no? Because this is such a very useful topic. To all of our dear audience, again, madamo nga salamat. Thank you very much. At this juncture, we also would like to express our most profound appreciation to our expert speaker, an incredibly cognizant woman, Miss Rose Jessica Octaviano. Thank you very much for sharing your expertise. Let me read this certificate. The Province of Negros Occidental and Negros Occidental Language and Information Technology Center presents this certificate of appreciation to Miss Rose Jessica Octaviano for sharing your valuable expertise and knowledge as a resource speaker in our anger management webinar given this September 1st, 2022, signed by our Vocational School Administrator, Dr. Maria Cristina Arbisido.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jet. All right. So please leave a comment in the comment section how grateful you are for attending this topic. Okay, and I also would like to emphasize again how you can get a certificate for attending this webinar online. Please provide us your evaluation through the link provided in our comment section, or you may also scan the QR code that will be flashed on your screen. All right, there we go. Kindly scan the QR code so that you will get a chance to, or you will be able to get the certificate for attending this webinar online. We would like to remind again that your email address should be typed in correctly so it won't bounce back. Also, kindly spell your names correctly so that you will be able to get the correct certificate. The evaluation site will be open only until 6 o'clock this evening. And also do not forget to accomplish our online attendance. All of the links will be shared in the comment section. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes our 8th Gender and Development webinar for today, entitled Anger Management. See you in the same platform. We still have a lot of webinars coming up and very useful and informative topics. So please always follow the social media accounts of NOLITC. See you in the same platform. You should be able to receive a notification if you have already registered to our webinars. All right, so that's it, everyone. Thank you again for watching. Stay safe, keep smiling, keep loving, and stay strong. This is your host again, Miss Red, and NOLITC Inspire and NOLITC Cares. Avance, Negrense.
Ha 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 ha!